Live, all local, powered by the Houston Sports Fan.
790 has the most honest people with good takes.
Sports Talk.
30 seconds.
Talk 790 concerts.
As summer gets closer, the concerts get hotter. We start off with Jane's Addiction at the Bayou Music Center. It's happening on May 9th. And Roger Waters with The Wall at the Toyota Center.
15 seconds.
Festival featuring Slipknot, Slayer, Motorhead, Anthrax, 10
seconds.
Woodlands Pavilion. Be there Saturday, May 12th. Get more information at sports790.com.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
This is Chum Lee. You're listening to Sports Rap Live on Sports Talk 790 AM and iHeartRadio.
Yes, you are. Thank you, Chum Lee. Welcome back to Sports Rap Live, everybody, from Junction Bar and Grill, 160 West Gray, in the shadow of downtown Houston. We got the Rap Pack in the building. Hey! Yeah, hooligans, bunch of soccer hooligans in here tonight. And I'm glad we got the main soccer hooligan, and that is SoccerTalk Luis. He is here. It is Sunday night. It is 8:45 in the evening, so you know that it's time to talk soccer. How you doing tonight, Luis?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, great. Now, we've actually had a couple Dynamo games last couple Saturday nights, and the Dynamo are getting ready to do some really big things here in the city of Houston. As long as they can get off of this long marathon road trip and get back home and get some home cooking and settle in the new stadium, the BBVA Compass Bank Stadium, then I think they're going to be all right. But last night was a little rough. But before we get into the game last night, why don't you present the Trilogy with what you got for him?
Yes, and he's going to be our guest of honor on a home opener. Went ahead and got him a hat to represent the Houston Dynamo.
The official,
May 12th.
Official Dynamo sideline cap, and it looks like a perfect fit.
I feel like I just got drafted.
That's right. Yeah, welcome to the team, Bun B.
There you go.
All right. Well, hey, that's right. Happy birthday, Bun B. Every day's Bun's birthday.
That's my jersey hold right there.
All right, now we're gonna have to see what he rocks with those on his toes. But until then, let's talk about what a tough loss last night was, Luis.
Man, yeah, tough loss last night, man. It was a good game though. Second half started out with 4 goals. It was a tremendous game. Beginning of the game, the Dynamo backfield started out of sync. And like I said last week, the backfield was going to be the main question, and it showed last night what was going on. So you know what the backfield reminded me of last night?
What's that?
Man, Boca Negra running that defense looked like the U.S. national men's team last night. Horrible.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Now we know how I feel about that dude too.
Yeah. We know that your Boca Negra level of tolerance has not been up lately. Well, hey. What is it about this then? Is it coaching? Is it the players that are in place? What is it that makes this backfield so bad?
It's lack of no communication, just no talk. Back there, you see him just standing around, being lazy. You don't see. I mean, I have to give bad rap to Jeff Cameron right there. Good guy, man, but last night you could tell he's the main guy in the backfield. Didn't see no signals, no calls.
Well, they gave up a goal in the first 11 minutes.
Yeah, quickest goal to give up in the season. So.
For the Dynamo or just in the MLS?
No, for the Dynamo.
Okay. Well, what was it? It was miscommunication?
You saw Jeff Cameron just standing around. He didn't tell my boy Andre Hinault, hey, watch out for me, and just easy goal.
Now, the second goal was scored in the 54th minute by ex-Dynamo and reigning MLS MVP, Dwayne De Rosario.
First goal for D-Row last night, and it was against his former team, Dynamo. And that was a lucky bounce that should have been stopped. And second goal was just standing around again, miscommunication. His mental mistakes is killing this team.
How do you fix mental mistakes? How do you fix that?
Practice, communication. I feel like they were like Jacoby Jones, just dropping calls. What's up with that, you know? So,
well, hey, where do these guys practice? Do they practice on the road? Do they practice at home? What do they do?
They practice at home. They got a new facility they built off of 288 and Airport. It's called a Soccerplex, and they practice there Monday through Friday. I know that. So they're there during the week and then on the road on the weekends.
Well, it hadn't even begun to get hot here in Houston, so they better get their mental game up before anything. Well, let's talk about the positives. What did you see last night as maybe this team starts to wind it down on the road and get home?
Well, positive, you got the cylinders clicking for the midfield and the forwards. Will Bruin scored twice last night, has 4 goals in 3 games, which is a tremendous push for the offense. And starting with the season with 2 points on the road and then winless in the last 4 with just 2 points. It's kind of iffy right now, but then we got one more home game coming up. I mean, one more road game. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm excited for the home game, but one more road game coming up, and that's in 11 days for their 7th and final game on the road to start off the season against third-place Red Bulls.
Now, it seems like it changes every year. Where are we this year as far as playoff standings go? How do they pick the playoff teams? It's changed a couple times, I think, since we've had you on the show.
The playoffs is going to be the top 4 teams are automatically in, and then the last 2 teams with the most points are in. I think they moved up to 10 teams this year, so it's the top 4 and then the last 2. Yeah, the last 2 go in. And then the first 2 teams that are ranked, the top 2 get a bye, and the last 2 teams play to get in.
So 10 teams out of make the playoffs.
Out of 9 teams.
So half the teams make the playoffs.
More than half, actually.
That's terrible. Half the teams?
For now. I mean, the league's still growing. Every year they're adding a new team.
So does seeding matter? I mean, obviously, I know you're a big fan, and the home crowd makes a big difference. But does seeding really matter, or is there a lot of turnover? Like we see the NHL playoffs, where you can be number 1 ranked and you can lose, or is it something more like baseball and the NFL, where if you're at home, it really might matter more?
To me, the seeding doesn't matter. It's if you're clicking on cylinders at the right moment, you're gonna win. It's a one-game, playoff for the MLS. Unless they go, the first one is aggregate, but it's just the momentum when you go into the playoffs. It just depends.
It's all about who's hot win, basically.
Exactly.
If you get hot later in the season, you got a better chance of going further in the playoffs.
Yep.
I was gonna ask Luis if he's been checking out any of the Champions League games. Have you checked out any of those?
I've read on it, but there was a couple of big upsets last week for the Champions League, and me and my friend Ruben were talking about it. It's going to be Chelsea against Bayern Munich.
Yep.
So for the Champions League title.
I've been trying to catch all those. There's been a lot of upsets and a lot of ties. I'm like, good grief.
Really?
Nothing but ties.
Really?
Yeah, and then
they don't go to shootouts?
No, not until it's the final. They'll actually go golden goal. And then they'll do the shootout if it gets past the golden goal. But the game I'm always excited to see is Man U and Manchester City.
Well, before we get to that game, I know we want to hit on that one.
By all means.
The Dynamo, they're off for 11 days now. They're going to play their 7th and last road game to start the season against the 3rd place New York Red Bulls on May 9th. Before playing their first game in 2012 at home, right over here in the shadow of downtown Houston. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that game, New York Red Bulls, what to expect? Is this a win that the Dynamo can come home happy with?
Well, I feel like they should at least get a point on the board. A win would be tremendous. Rumor has it that Thierry Henry is going to miss the next game. He put a hamstring, I think, last night after scoring a goal. That's what I heard. So if he misses the game, that would be a huge, huge plus for us. And then we got Brad Davis back in the mix. He'll be able to do some challenging things for the defense. He's a go-to.
So Brad Davis has been out.
Yeah, he was out. He came in late in the second half last night. But with his leadership and Brian Ching, and we could get a win in New York, would be tremendous. Right now we have 8 points on the during a 7-game road trip. That's pretty good. You're tied for fourth place with 3 teams. So, and then like I said, we're gonna have a long stretch where we play a lot of home games at the end, which will be beneficial for the Dynamo trying to make a quest for the playoff run.
All right, well, let's so you're going to come and update us the Thursday before the home opener.
Yeah, I'm going to try to have a big show for the Dynamo. I'm going to try to see who's on board to come represent Sports Drive Live with the Dynamo organization.
Awesome. Yeah, get some of the players, maybe get Coach Kinnear over here and really promote that home opener. We're looking forward to that. Let's talk a little bit. Gonz wants to take it to the world circuit now. Tomorrow's the biggest match for Manchester City as they host Manchester United with only 2 games left.
Yes, sir.
Now, Man U is up 3 points over Man City for the EPL title, Gonz.
No, it's 3 games left. I'm sorry. It's 3 games left with 3 points separating the 2 teams.
Yeah, and I was watching one of the games with Man U, and the only knock I have on them is when they have early leads, they have a really, really bad tendency to let off the gas near the end because they were 4-2. I forget exactly who they're playing against, but I want to say it was Everton. But they always tend to do that. They back off, and they don't ever want to just put that last stranglehold on people. And I'm kind of hoping that, Chicharito kind of steps it up. He's been kind of out with Wilczek covering, as a striker. But that game is notorious for major beef. So I'm ready for elbows to be flying. Not really flop for flop's sake, but a lot of elbow flying just to make it more exciting because they always have a lot of personal beef against each other. It's just the match to check out for sure.
Well, and it all started with the season opener, a 6-1 rout.
Yeah.
It was a bad way to start the season, and that could come back into play if these two teams end up in a draw.
Yeah, so I'm ready to see Rooney throw it down with his little babyface anger that he does.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney.
With the equalizer.
Well, Man U has two easy opponents playing a home game against Swansea.
And then the last game on the road versus Sunderland. While Man City has a tough game on the road next week after the Man U game against Newcastle, which is in the top 5 in the standings.
Yeah.
And then they go back home against struggling QPR. So it's up to Man City to step up at the end and come out on victory, winning that EPL title.
And I would say as far as like on personal accomplishments, it's been Messi, who's been on a tear right now, as well as Ronaldo, who's not my by far favorite player just because of, I don't know, trying to be too much of a pretty boy. But him and Messi are 40.
I think he's a Spice Girl. I think he might be a Spice Girl.
He's Spanish Spice, pretty
Yeah.
much. But him and Messi, you know, they got 40 goals this year, which is a pretty tough thing to do.
Well, Messi scored 2 today.
Yeah, they won 7-0. Yeah. Go figure. So yeah, that's as far as on a personal accomplishment end right now.
He's so incredible. I think we will both say that this dude's just, I don't even know what to say about this guy's play. Like seriously.
And he's only 23. That's
and
the crazy part.
I'm old enough to remember Pele. So.
Well, Pele doesn't want to talk about Messi. That's for darn sure. Unless he played for Brazil, and it ain't happening. So, Luis, hey, thank you so much, man. Great job. Put your hands together for Soccer Talk, Luis, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping us up to date on what's going on. Hey, way to bring it tonight, man.
And his Spurs won, so I know he's happy.
I think that was part of the motivation.
Look at a big old smile on his face.
Part of the motivation, man.
Final State Town party right here, me and Bun.
That's it, baby.
Put it down.
All right. Hey, you take us all out there. Ready? Take us all out there. We'll be in Saytown, no doubt, because I think they're gonna be playing the Heat. But we'll get into that later on, I promise you. But when we get back, we gotta take it to the Diamond with the Martinez report. So you guys stick around, top of the hour, station identification. We're gonna bring it back with my man Buku One and get into some of this baseball talk. Andrew's locked in right now. Can't wait. See you guys on the other side.
KPME Houston, live from
You're clear, boy.
Sports Talk 790 an iHeart radio station.